Have you ever invited a stranger into your life without realizing it? Not into your home, not into your space, but close enough that they could find you. Late one night, while scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, a woman came across a deal that felt almost unreal. A solid wood dresser, vintage, heavy, beautifully made, listed for only $40. At first, she smiled. Deals like this were rare, and she had just moved into a new apartment. Money was tight. Marketplace had been a lifesaver. But something about the listing made her pause. The photo wasn't taken in a living room or a garage. It looked like a basement. Bare concrete walls, a single yellow bulb hanging from the ceiling. No windows, no warmth. And behind the dresser, barely visible, was a dark doorway, the kind that seemed to swallow light. She told herself it was nothing, just bad lighting, just an old building. So she sent the message everyone sends. Is this still available? The reply came almost instantly. Yes, pickup only. Short, cold. No emojis, no friendliness. When she asked for the address, the seller didn't respond right away. Minutes passed, then an hour. Finally, another message appeared. I'll send it tomorrow, after dark. Her stomach tightened. She laughed it off. People were weird online. Marketplace was full of odd personalities. Still, she didn't sleep well that night. The next day, she checked the listing again. The photos had changed. Same dresser, different angle. This time, the doorway behind it was clearer, closer, and it almost looked like something was standing inside it. Not fully visible, just a darker shape within the darkness. She stared at the screen longer than she meant to. Then she shook her head. It's just shadows. The address arrived that evening. It wasn't a house. It wasn't even a residential area. It was an abandoned warehouse district on the edge of the city. Her instinct screamed no, but she'd already said she was coming. That's when the messages changed. Come alone. Cash only. Don't be late. She tried to make a joke. Sounds ominous, LOL. There was no reply. Instead, another message appeared. I know what car you drive. Her hands went cold. She hadn't told him that. She clicked on the seller's profile. Blank photo, no friends, no posts. Account created 2 weeks ago. Her thumb hovered over the block button. Then her phone buzzed again. See you tonight. She told herself she was overreacting. She told herself she could leave at any moment. She told herself it would be a quick pickup. She arrived just after sunset. The warehouse loomed ahead of her like something dead and forgotten. Broken windows, peeling paint, no lights anywhere. No cars, except one. An old white van parked near the entrance, engine running. She stayed in her car, doors locked, heart pounding. She messaged the seller to let him know she'd arrived. No response. Then she saw movement. A shadow passed behind one of the broken windows. A side door creaked open. A man stepped out. Tall, thin, hood pulled low over his face. He didn't wave, didn't smile. He just stood there, staring at her car. After a moment, he slowly raised his hand and motioned for her to come closer. Every instinct she had screamed at her to leave. She cracked her window instead and asked where the dresser was. The man tilted his head and smiled. Downstairs. That's when she noticed the van behind her had shifted, blocking her car in. She put the car in reverse. The engine stalled. The man began walking toward her, slowly. That's when her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. Run. She turned the key again. The engine roared to life. She slammed the gas, scraping past the van, metal screaming against metal as she sped out of the lot. She didn't look back. She didn't stop driving until she reached the nearest police station. Officers returned with her to the warehouse. What they found inside was worse than anything she imagined. The basement wasn't storage. It was a setup. Cameras mounted on tripods, studio lights, power cables running along the floor. and taped to the walls were dozens of Facebook Marketplace listings, each with a name circled, dates written beside them, some crossed out. In the corner of the room sat the dresser, still unsold. Weeks later, she tried to move on. New apartment, new phone, new Facebook account. One night, her phone buzzed. A message request. The profile picture was blank. The message contained only one sentence. "Is this still available?" Attached was a photo. Her apartment building, taken from across the street. Somewhere out there, someone is still scrolling, still browsing, still waiting for the next person to reply. Yes, it's available.